Phil Taylor leads RVB 3-1. Look at the reaction. That's what it means to the power. He's a step closer to yet another World Championship final. But have that, Raymond. I wouldn't want to be on the end of that, would you? Brilliant from the power. Earlier on, we see Michael van Gerwen beat James Wade 6-4. Just a little 9-darter thrown in there. And then missed the double for another back-to-back. Barney 3-1 down to the power. And in a bit of trouble, Rod. Not playing at his best, is he?
Far from it. Averaging 92 and change. Remember the 108 earlier on the tournament from Raymond van Barneveld. That was against Michael Smith in the first round. He also had a 102 against Simon Whitlock.
140.
This currently his worst average in the entire tournament, even after that visit. And if you play below your best against the man in your picture in the blue shirt, you will be butchered. Kebabbed.
100.
No, I've already mentioned it. I've got to say it again. Barney has to pick up the pace. Has to. Otherwise, he's going to get left for dead.
140.
Taylor dictating. Just the scoreline, dictating the pace, dictating everything in this match.
Well, Ray van Barneveld did beat Phil Taylor on successive days in a spell in Spain in October 2011. That was in two Players' Championships, not on the big stage, of course, but you have to go right back, don't you, to 2008.
85.
Find his last big televised win over Phil Taylor. That was at the UK Open in Bolton.
We've met 4 times this year, and Phil was 1 all 4. Definitely has the sign over RVB.
59.
Is it going to continue? Phil throws darts like that more often. It may not. Perfect dart. Another treble 20. Double 8. Raymond has been deadly on this. And again, like shelling peas. That's quite hard, shelling peas, but that was so easy.
We've been treated to some fabulous finishing. That 136 now completing a quartet of ton pluses. The other 3 from Taylor. The highlight a 141. But look, Phil Taylor knows all he has to do is keep winning sets on his own throw now. This is one on Barneveld's throw. It is not of paramount importance to the power. If you keep winning the sets in which he starts, he will cross the finishing line and set up another World Championship final.
That man has never lost in a World semi-final. This is his 19th. Played 5 and lost 5. My goodness.
99.
It is not a place to lose the semi-final, is it, Wayne? Is it, Wayne?
No, it's not. No, I can assure you of that. Are you mocking me?
59.
Only slight. But in fairness, it is never a disgrace to lose to Phil Taylor in a semi-final. Even if you've had him on toast and one of those semi-finals at the Circus Town.
Barney, I'd love to have him on toast just in this set. Treble 18. Now treble 20 for the ball. Another dart. High for the power.
63. Raymond, you require 134.
Well, 136 last leg, despite being 2 points harder than this, is far easier as a finish. Oh, goodness.
41. Phil, you require 65.
Semi-ball. You're too good, Phil. You're too good. Double 4.
57.
That could be an important miss by the power. Barney will not go the ball route, I can assure you. 57-36.
I am assured. Is he assured? Not assured enough, because he had to hit one big treble with the first 2 darts. That's why the ball is more of a safety net. Should guarantee you at least a pop back at the ball.
player of Barney's quality would expect at least one dart at a double. Didn't get it. Got punished for it. Make a mistake against Phil Taylor. You normally get punished. And he did on that occasion. Barney arm far too slow.
140.
Well, there are already 10 players who have lost the World Championship final to Phil Taylor in the two versions of the World Championship. He's like a who's who of darts, really.
100.
And we will see these two back in the Premier League of darts. No question.
100.
Top four qualifier, the other four are wild card picks. Michael van Gerwen will be a runner in the Premier League for the very first time also. Look forward to that way, and that would be terrific to see him in that format, won't it?
Really would.
174.
Rapid pace of MVG versus the silky smooth action of RVB.
You see May the 16th,
55.
the final at the O2 Arena, and that will be guaranteed an enormous crowd, and all live on Sky Sports HD. Well, as I mentioned, 10 players have lost to Taylor in a final. Bristow, Gregory, Harrington, Priestley, Manley, Park, Painter, Dubbridge, Van Barneveld and Whitlock. Van Gerwen, will his name be added to the list on New Year's Day? Or will Barneveld fight back here? Or will MVG win the whole shebang?
My, there's going to be some twists and turns before we find out. Tops for Taylor. For a set turner.
Some people doubted Phil Taylor at the start of this tournament, when he threw some pretty ordinary stuff in the first couple of rounds. By his own admission, he said, "I will not win the World Championship playing like this," when he beat
46.
Jerry Hendricks. Well, rest assured, he's not playing like that anymore. He's playing like the power of old. It's just the Barney of old.
140.
It really is quite incredible. Phil Taylor won 15 world titles, and he knows what it takes. So he can say, "I will not win it playing like this." So he puts his foot down and gets going, whereas others find it easier to fold and lose and go home. He stays there and he fights. He refuses sometimes to be beaten.
97.
Well, remember, this is a man who set a record that it's almost inconceivable to consider that it will ever be broken, of 44 successive victories, unbeaten in 8 years in the World Championship, between 95 and 2003, before Johnny Park dethroned him at the Circus Tavern in that final.
He will put one on top.
94.
Will he switch for the 170? Good dart from Barney. In a must-win leg, you feel. Phil piling on the pressure. Another dart high. Doesn't like that at all.
81.
And that's what it made him do. Made him switch, made him hit the one.
Treble 18's good. Well,
140.
surprising. Well, he's double 15. You're looking perplexed, Wayne, like I am.
Well, for one, I don't see the value, because double 15, you've got to be aggressive first dart.
99. Raymond, you require 30.
And he will not switch, because that would be sheer buffoonery. That is the marker of brilliant proportions. This is the trouble, Raymond. Well, that's not a smile of joy, I can assure you. Why leave him?
Probably requires 78.
Well, he tied himself up in knots there, completely, Van Barneveld. That was a mess of his own making. And the mess is going to get a whole lot worse. That is another fine mess he's got himself into. And now Phil Taylor is roaring clear. He pockets his darts. Is he going to pocket a place in the World Championship final? It looks like he is, you know. It looks like it'll be Taylor against Michael van Gerwen, unless Van Barneveld has a miraculous fight back up his sleeve.